Welcome back. Here we live Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik. The players are waiting in the wing of turning Inspire Arena. Carlos Alcaraz cool as a consumer is juggling a couple of tennis ball while judging on the spot. Is there anything he can't do? Anything he can't do it. But before they come out, the arena is lit up in green, white, and red for the Italian anthem. Defending champion Jannik is reared by his home crowd. World number one Carlos Alcaraz entire to muted appears. Let's start sometime. Here they come. Defending championship Jannik is reared by his home crowd. World number one Carlos Alcaraz enters to muted applause. Their player waiting the wing of train in play arena. Carlos kinda cool as a consumers is judging a couple of tennis ball while jogging on the spot. Is there anything he can't do? But before they come out, the arena is lit up in green, white, and red for the Italian anthem. Jannik win the coin toss and elected to receive. Double delight for GB's patron and Filia Heruvara Brisbane Harry Patton is the ATA Final Championship, capping a remarkable week in his life. He and Finnish partner Harry Oliver Brett, the all-British team of Joe Selby and Neil Riley and Sunday, ending to the Australia Open title. They won at the Stratosphere and their 224 Wimbledon title. Nice to meet you, Mister. So match will be start after some time. So let's enjoy. Who player won this match? This match is very confused and very stretched. Well, the player warm up. Here's a reminder of what happened in today double final. It's time room, blonde, Guerrier, Wilbram, Signet, Flushing, Madhav, and now train. The world number one is the world number two. But who will have the final word in 225? It's time Rome, Roland Carriers, Wilbram, Signet, Flushing, Madhav, and now trying. The world number one is the world number two, but who will have the final word in 225? So the player entering and match start. Welcome. So Carlos Alcaraz, first service to this match. The point was level. Carlos Glass 14, 40, and the Jannik Senior 15. That's it. So let's start beginning match. Interesting match today. Alcaraz 0 and Sinner 0. It's time room. Well, it's evident from the off that the turning crowd will cheer every point which goes. Jannik Sinner, by as a Carlos Alcaraz for head into the Tremulin receive enthusiastic applause. However, it's a routine hole to 15 for the world number one. World number one, like, you like world number one, Carlos Alcaraz. This is the powerful player in the tennis hall. So, one Alcaraz one, Sinner 0. Wow, biggest. Nice, nice shot. Alcaraz is the best player in the. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner 1-1. Sinner paying down and S for 40 and give a small smile as he prepare for his next service. He is yet to lose a service game in turn this week. World top two players for six times this year. Alcaraz has dominated the 225 rivalry, leading 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner so far this year coming in the Wimbledon final. Italian Sinner has home advantage in turn where Alcaraz says he expects a Sinner atmosphere like a Davis Cup match. Match is very interesting. Sinner and Alcaraz face to face in the final ATP. This match only a Alcaraz and Sinner. Here Alcaraz 2 and Sinner 1. I'm in the Fury R. Here today I am down in manually. So this is my first live streaming. Please support me on my channel. In my channel, I am new in this way. So please supporting me. I'm do best another match, another match, and very best. Inshallah. Ho ho! Carlos is up for this. Chasing back across the baseless. He hooks his he hooks his forehand down the line and just out of Jannik's inner reach. Alcaraz roars. Sinner apologized on his racket, straining 30-0. Another comfortable hold. Sinner ping down on face for 14-40 and gives a small smile. He has appears for his next service. He's yet to lose a service game in turn his week. Alcaraz 2, Sinner 1. Here a very interesting match. So look all the match. ATP final. Very interesting. Here, very tough, completed. Wow, good shot, good shot, good shot. Oh, Sinner is not a loser play. He's also complete, good player. So here, looking this condition, Alcaraz, upper, the Sinner match very interesting, but no one could be confirmed this time. Carl was the first one to say that after his semi-final, and I can't argue with that. It's going to be one-sided. Here got a small contingent of fans, couple of Spanish flags. Leaves it. Very interesting. Alcaraz 2, Sinner 1. Well, this has been a bit messy from Jannik Sinner. His second ace of the day down to that bring up 30, but a couple of forehand errors see him page it back to 30 all. He then get full a helpful net Lord, after finding himself on the back foot in a bash baseline battle, but a double fault bring up issues. Play is paused due to an incident in the crowd. Very interesting. This condition is very high to this match. Sinner and Alcaraz face to face. Two two players are very tough and very good batting to there. The situation was very tough. Alcaraz and Sinner. Here is Alcaraz 2 and Sinner 1 and on 40-40. Level time to this. Both players very tough, very good looking, very good dashing and much time champions. Alcaraz and Sinner to clash for the title on Sunday. New ground will be broken Sunday at Inel Arena. No matter who left, the need to a final trophy between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. Since both players enter the championship clash underfoot, the winner will depart turn with a record 5 million, the richest payout in the event history. Last year, Sinner claimed the crown without dropping set and collected the 4 lakh $4 lakh, then the largest prize award at the event. The addition, the winner is granted to earn more than $5 million in winnings because both Alcaraz and Sinner advanced through their group without losing a match. The highly anticipated single final between Alcaraz and Sinner is scheduled for not before 6 p.m. Alcaraz 2 and Sinner 1, both players have been in conversation, but with the umpire as the final remains passed in term. It's been comfortable start from Carlos Alcaraz, who has only dropped 1 point in his opening two services game. And the world number one has a golden opportunity for an early break with the fourth game of the opening set at deuce. Both player 202. So it's a tie here today. Very interesting, very dashing, very first day. Alcaraz 2 and Sinner 2. Player resumes after an 11 minutes delay. It's deuce in the fourth game. Jannik Sinner maintains his composure after the delay, coming into the net to bury a volley before firing down on returning service to hold. Yes. The both player is very tough. Here condition today is very tight. Alcaraz 2 Sinner 2. Jannik Sinner is just starting to get the edge in the length there. Realize he clips the baseline a couple of time for 50 all before Carlos Alcaraz fire a 4 ahead long. The Spaniard retakes the lead for 40-30 but fire a routine 4 ahead into the net. Alcaraz 3 and Cedar 2 here. Very tough condition. What was I saying about Jannik Sinner and longer lies? Don't listen to me. After trending several cross court forehand, Alcaraz from a backhand down the line for advantage. Sinner then sent a forehand long to shore the hold for Alcaraz. ATP Final Carlos Alcaraz with Jannik Sinner. World stopped to playing for sixth time this year. Alcaraz has dominated the 225 rivalry, leading 4 or 4 to 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner for this year coming to the Melbourne final. Italian Sinner has home advantages in trend. Where Alcaraz says he expect a procession atmosphere like a Davis Cup match. Here tight, Sinner 3 and Alcaraz 3. Match condition is good. Tonight is very important events. Alcaraz and Sinner. Alcaraz 3 and Sinner 3. After back-to-back use game, Jannik Sinner hold to 50-15. It's not as comfortable as the scoreline suggested. Both players have produced a number of uncharacteristic ground stroke errors, but he sails that hold in style, dragging Carlos Alcaraz across the baseline before sending down a powerful forehand winner. After ATP final, Carlos Alcaraz 3-3 Jannik Sinner, best of three sets. World top two playing for sixth time this year. Alcaraz has dominated the 225 rivalry leading 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner so far this year, coming in the Wimbledon final. Italian Sinner has home advantage in turn where Alcaraz says he expects a Christian atmosphere like a Davis Cup match. Alcaraz 4 Sinner 3. Turn Rupert's as a Jannik Sinner backhand winner kisses the tramline. However, Carlos Alcaraz responded with a body serve followed by a well executed service and rally to hold to 15. Still, no sign of a break point. Still no sign of a break point. Their match very tough. Both players very exciting and dashing, styling. Here tie 4-4. Carlos and Sinner. Laura Roshan says that what I loved most about that Sinner backhand line winner was right afterward. You saw the reaction for Alcaraz, but a minute after that, when he was at his 12 box, he gave Sinner's camp a little nod of approval. ATP final today, Sinner and Alcaraz tie. Here is condition. Sin Alcaraz 4 and Sinner 4. That's more like the Sinner we have seen this week. He find a couple of big first serve, including a fourth phase of the evening to race to 40-0. He brought his copybook with a simple forehand into the net, but service and volleys of a wide service to close out the hold. Anyone else sensing a lot of tie break to come? Alcaraz and Sinner here 4 and 4. Will stop to playing for sixth time is here. Alcaraz and dominates the 225 rivalry, leading 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner so far this year's coming in the Wimbledon final. 10 years. Sinner has home advantage in front where Alcaraz is expected a possession atmosphere like a Davis Cup match. Wow, nice playing Alcaraz. Alcaraz here 5 Sinner 4. Jannik Sinner surprise a fourth hand winner to get the crowd on their feet. Carlos Alcaraz says anything you can do. I can do better. Sending down a booming forehand of his oven to hold to 30. At the change of hands, the PSU come out to have a look at Alcaraz right that spent taking a medical timeout. He was stretching his leg at the end of Sinner's previous service game. Alcaraz 5, Sinner 4. Well, Alcaraz received treatment. Jannik Sinner does a few keeping a prize with a tennis ball. Alcaraz 5, Sinner 4. Alcaraz jogs back into position. Jannik Sinner is surfacing to stay in the set. ATP Final Alcaraz Alcaraz 5 for Jannik Sinner. Best of 3 sets. Alcaraz has dominated the 225 rivalry, leading 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner so far this year coming in the Wimbledon final. Italian Sinner has the home advantage in front where Alcaraz says he expects a partition atmosphere like a Davis Cup match. Very tough and very beautiful. Here condition tie. Sinner and Alcaraz 5-5. 3 break first services, 3 break points, 40, 40-0 to Jannik Sinner. The Italian lose his Radar A title, including sending down a double fault for 43, but recovers with an ace. Air condition is tie, Lucas 5 and Sinner 5. Alcaraz 5, Sinner 5. 3 big busters, 3 break points, 40 to 0. Jannik Sinner. The Italian lost his rather a title, including sending down a double fall, double fault for 40 to 30, but recovered with an ice. So I'm saying to they are world top two playing for sixth time this year. Alcaraz dominated the 225 rivalry leading 4-1 with his only defeat to Sinner so far this year coming in the World Pro final. Alcaraz 6 and Sinner 5. Alcaraz 6 and Sinner 5. Carlos Alcaraz get down low for a forehand volley for outside the service box. He get a little standard as he come into the net, but Jannik Sinner can't execute a tricky low. He hold to 50 with a 15th with a free with a forehand down, forehand down the line, and Sinner once again finds himself serving to stay in the opening set. Sinner and Alcaraz seek breakthrough in ATP final title match.
The ATP Tour season reaches a fitting conclusion in Turin on Sunday, as Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner face off in the championship match at the ATP Finals. It's the sixth time they've met each other this season, and all six meetings have come in finals. Alcaraz leads their head-to-head 10-5 and is 5-1 against Sinner this year. The Italian soul win came at Wimbledon, where he claimed his fourth major title. But he was forced to retire with illness at the Cincinnati Open, and he also beat Alcaraz at the Six Kings Slam exhibition last month in an unofficial match. There's a lot on the line in the ATP Finals final. Both men have gone undefeated across the group stage and semifinals, and the champion will receive a staggering £3.86 million, $5.07 million prize check. Sinner is also on a 30-match winning streak indoors and a 14-match unbeaten run, but Alcaraz will try to end those. However, the world number one is well aware that the Italian fans will be firmly on Sinner's side. Good morning, and welcome to our tennis blog. It's the final day of the ATP Finals, which will see a classic showdown between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at the Paula Alpha Tour. Stay tuned as we provide all of the latest news and updates in the world of tennis, while building up to tonight's grand final. The ATP Tour season reaches a fitting conclusion in Turin on Sunday, as Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner face off in the championship match at the ATP Finals. It's the sixth time they've met each other this season, and all six meetings have come in finals. Alcaraz leads their head-to-head 10-5 and is 5-1 against Sinner this year. The Italian soul win came at Wimbledon, major title. But he was forced to retire with illness at the Cincinnati Open, and he also beat Alcaraz at the Six Kings Slam exhibition last month in an unofficial match. There's a lot on the line in the ATP Finals final. Both men have gone undefeated across the group stage and semifinals, and the
So here is that. Alcaraz 6 and Sinner 5. Jannik is 5 down a huge second service to save set point. ATP final Carlos Alcaraz 6 and 6 Jannik Sinner. Best of 3 sets. Alcaraz 6 and Jannik Sinner 6. A forehand winner with both feet off the ground, followed by a wide service, which Richard of Carlos Alcaraz required and into the net. Jannik Sinner has saved another breakpoint in front. I make that his 13th tie break time.
champion will receive a staggering £3.86 million, $5.07 million prize check. Sinner is also on a 30-match winning streak indoors and a 14-match unbeaten run, but Alcaraz will try to end those. However, the world number one is well aware that the Italian fans will be firmly on Sinner's side. Good morning, and welcome to our tennis blog. It's the final day of the ATP Finals, which will see a classic showdown between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at the Paula Alpha Tour. Stay tuned as we provide all of the latest news and updates in the world of tennis, while building up to tonight's grand final. The ATP Tour season reaches as Carlos Alcaraz and ATP Finals. It's the sixth time they've met each other this season, and all six meetings have come in finals. Alcaraz leads their head-to-head 10-5 and is 5-1 against Sinner this year. The Italian soul win came at Wimbledon,
Wow, there is go.
Prize check. Sinner is also on a 30-match winning streak indoors and a 14-match unbeaten run, but Alcaraz will try to end those. However,
Alcaraz 6 and Sinner 6. 1 or 0. Sinner, the crowd grounds as Jannik Sinner sends the shot wide. Alcaraz 6 and 6. 1 or 2 Sinner. Those grounds are realized by a chair as a big second service. Down the San Carlos across scrambling. ATP Final Carlos across 6 or 6 Jannik in their best 3 sets. Alcaraz 6 or 6 2 in 3 sets. Sinner. A golden opportunity for Sinner. Sinner goes big inning. Carlos Alcaraz poorly executes his drop shot and Sinner gets there with time to spare. However, his cross caught backhand clipped the top of the net. No matter, Alcaraz sent a backhand wide. In this condition, very sincere and tough condition today. Here condition is tie. Alcaraz and Sinner 6 or 6 in the same point. I'm saying again, a golden opportunity for Sinner goes big knee. Carlos Alcaraz poorly execute his drop shot, and Sinner gets there with time to spare. However, his cross-court backhand clips the top of the net. No matter Alcaraz sends a backhand. Alcaraz 6 and 6, 3 or 4 Sinner. Another backhand error from Carlos Alcaraz, this time praying long. However, Jannik Sinner gave away his advantage, attempting a forehand drop shot but putting it into the tram lines. That wasn't the time for experimentation. Experimentation. Today, my health is very poor. I am in the fever, so please support me and my channel. I do better, and better in the next matches. This stream is my first live on my video sharing, so please support me and I want to do better. Alcaraz and Jenner 6-6 tied to their condition and for to find for I think final best of three sets but here today 4 and 5 sets. Jannik Sinner is a resistance. He chases down a drop shot, loops Carlos Alcaraz and is posted at the net to harms home the smash. Alcaraz wins the next one, but Sinner is 2 points away from taking the first set. ATP Finals Carlos Alcaraz 6-6, Jannik Sinner 6 and 4-6. Jannik Sinner best of three sets. Alcaraz 6-6. Carlos Alcaraz was stood well behind the baseline to receive a second service. The pair get into a lengthy groundstroke exchange with Alcaraz creeping forward with every shot. However, Jannik Senior execute another excellent loop to bring upset point.
The world number one is well aware that the Italian fans will be firmly on Sinner's side. Good morning and welcome to our tennis
Yeah,
blog.
Sinner
It's the final day of the
coming to
ATP
the
Finals,
performance.
which will see a
What
classic
performance,
showdown
Sinner?
between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at the Paula Alpa Tour. Stay tuned as we provide all of the latest news and updates in the world of tennis while building up to tonight's grand final. The ATP Tour season reaches a fitting conclusion in Turin on Sunday, as Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner face off in the championship match at the ATP Finals. It's the sixth time they've met each other this season, and all six meetings have come in finals. Alcaraz leads their head-to-head 10-5 and is 5-1 against Sinner this year. The Italian soul win came at Wimbledon, where he claimed his fourth major title. But he was forced to retire with illness at the Cincinnati Open,
Yes.
and he also beat Alcaraz at the Six Kings Slam exhibition last month in an unofficial match. There's a lot on the line in the ADP Finals final. Both men have gone undefeated across the group stage and semifinals, and the champion will receive a staggering £3.86 million, $5.07 million prize check. Sinner is also on a 30-match winning streak indoors and a 14-match unbeaten run, but Alcaraz will try to end those. However, the world number one is well aware that the Italian
Came at first set. Alcaraz 6 and Jannik Sinner 7. Jannik Sinner takes their first set. He hasn't dropped a set at the ATP Finals in Toronto since the 223 title match. Alex de Minaur suffered at Sinner hand on Saturday, losing to the Italian who now hold at 13. 13-0 record against the Australian. Afterwards, De Munro appeared inside two how Sinner can be so clinical compared to most other players in the sport. I do think they are more constant pressure that the biggest thing with Jannik, De Munro said. More often than not, feel like with Jannik you can get into a bit of a snowball effect. After one break, the second break come and all of the sudden you are doing your best to fight off potentially a beagle or 6-1. That's manually due to how well he returning and his serving at the moment his level is essentially high. You are going to have to bring a very high level to bat him. Carlos Alcaraz turned his around. Alcaraz 6 and Jannik 7 with the medical incident in the crowd and Alcaraz treatment that was a disrupted first set so that hope for a clear run through the second. Sinner saving the set point left it the Italian and he's already knows this sport so they can sense an incoming home win. So what does Alcaraz have left in the talk think tank? Alcaraz have left in the tank. Alcaraz 6 7 4 7 1 was 0 Senna. Well, that was not in the script. We have a break of serve and it's gone to Alcaraz to double flat parts, two double parts, followed by a fiercely forehand and that a shabby game from the man who put such efforts into scrambling, scrambling across the line in set one. Jannik Sinner best of three. 80 point Carlos Cross 6-7. Jannik Sinner is best of three. World World's top two playing for six times this year.
Italian fans will be firmly on Sinner's side. Good morning and welcome to our tennis blog. It's the final day of the ATP Tour season reaches a fitting conclusion in Turin on Sunday, as Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner face off in the championship match at the ATP Finals. It's the sixth time they've met each other this season, but he was forced to retire with illness at the Cincinnati Open, and he also beat Alcaraz at the Six Kings Slam exhibition last month in an unofficial match. There's a lot on the line in the ATP Finals final. Both men have gone undefeated across the group stage and semifinals, and the champion will receive a staggering £3.86 million, $5.07 million prize check. Sinner is also on a 30-match winning streak indoors and a 14-match unbeaten run, but Alcaraz will try to end those. However, the world number one is well aware that the Italian fans will be firmly on Sinner's side. Good morning and welcome to our tennis blog. It's the final day of the ATP Finals, which will see a classic showdown between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner at the Paula Alpha Tour. Stay tuned as we provide all of the latest news and updates in the world of tennis.